Hello, reefers. I want to show you one other thing, and that is how Alkatronic will regulate also the calcium reactor if we go and DKH levels above the settled reference value. We have got a lot of questions, and we explain it in the user manual, but I will also very short demonstrate. I have both setups here just to demonstrate. I have the Alkatronic here, I have a balling station, and I have also a calcium reactor, just to demonstrate and also test every function. The balling station is of course quite easy. It has its internal regulating dose scheme, and it's quite accurate. But when it is not perfect, sometimes, maybe one times a day, the DKH a little too low, and then the Alkatronic will go in and correct that by dosing these carbonates. It goes inside the machine and out, and will dosing in the tank. And the dosing amount is calculated based on the aquarium volume and some intelligent algorithm in the behind to do the correct dosage. But if the KH too high, above your high reference value, you set 2 reference value. If it's above the high reference value, then we have the socket, and the socket is the white thing there. Now it is on, and the socket, and when the value is above, it will be powered off, and it will be powered off. The main supply to the balling station will go off, and no further alkalinity or other elements in the balling system will be added, as long as you are above the high reference value. Here I also had the calcium reactor, as I said. And if we rely on the calcium reactor, you usually not have both systems. Then you connect that socket from our machine to the dosing, to the feeding pump to the calcium reactor. So when we go above the high reference value, the feeding pump will stop, and no alkalinity will be added to the aquarium, as long as we are above the high reference value. When we are back on road, the socket will turn on, and the feeding pump to the calcium reactor will turn on and immediately start to add alkalinity again. The most common situation is not that we get too high alkalinity. It's maybe after water change, or some very seldom happening in the aquarium. The most common scenario will be that we have sometimes a little too low alkalinity. I think you recognize that from your own aquarium system. And then, as I said, the KH canister besides it's of course connected to the balling station, it has also an extra hose to the Alkatronic, and the Alkatronic will fill in the missing DKH from time to time. If you have a system, and when you in the history sees that Alkatronic very often fill in with extra alkalinity, then you shall of course adjust the base units, the dose station here, or the calcium reactor, and increase the basing doses, of course. The Alkatronic is an overload, and it helps you to fine adjust the levels, and it prevents catastrophe. It makes it impossible to KH to go too high or too low. Here we have the last measure, and it was 7.42, and that is okay, the machine says, because it's between my reference value. We have also a third variant to control this, and this is through the BNC cable. The BNC cable go up to the apex, and the apex also get these information of 7.42. And you can, in the program in the apex, do what you want with that figures. That is up to you. Thanks.